Okay, so I have the iPhone 6, the gold one, clearly. So I was really skeptical on doing this video because I have a what's on my iPhone 5S video, and it's literally the exact same setup because I love my setup. But it was requested, so of course I want to do videos that you guys want to see. So I wanted to just do a quick little comparison on both iPhones. So this is the 6, obviously, and this is the 5S at the top. This one's my mom's. So a lot of people were asking me, like, what's the difference? Is the iPhone 6 worth it? Honestly, there is, to me, no personal, like, huge difference on the phones. A lot of people say the iPhone 6 camera is better than the 5S camera. Sometimes I feel like the iPhone 6 camera can be a little bit fuzzy at times, but I've never had issues with the 5S, so in my opinion, I think the 5S camera is a little bit better than the 6. I think when deciding which phone to get, it just depends on how big of a screen you want it, because obviously the 6 is a lot bigger. You know, you can see comparing the two that, like, literally the 5S is a lot smaller than the 6. So it really just depends on the size that you want. But other than that, I think all the features are pretty much the same. And the only other difference I can see is that the iPhone 6 has the lock screen on the side, and then the 5S has it right at the top. So that's pretty much the only difference. But they both have, like, the thing for your thumb to, like, unlock it and everything, so they're pretty much the same thing. So anyways, moving back onto my phone, so I have this clear case which I love. It's like a rubber, like a thick, really thick rubber plasticky kind of case, and I got mine off of Amazon. I'll leave it linked below, but I love this case because it gives me enough support with my phone to the point where it doesn't feel like it's just going to slip off my hand. It's very, like, sturdy, and I love how it's clear because you can see the color, because I've always wanted a gold phone and I love it. So I'll leave that link down below. It was under $20 and I'm obsessed. So let's move into what is on my iPhone. Alright, I had to put my phone on airplane mode because I've tried to film this literally 5 times and I've gotten interrupted every single time. So let's do this. Okay, so to begin, I like to keep all my things in folders like this because I like being able to see my picture on the front. I hate when it's, like, covered up by all the apps. So then I have phone, Safari, and messages. I like keeping it, like, green, blue, green. Like, I like having the Safari, like the blue Safari, separating the two green things because, like, I tried to do it like this one time and it just bothered me so much, so I had to, like, move it back. So I know that's weird, but that's how I like to keep it. And phone, Safari, messages is just what I go to, like, the most on the bottom, so I like to keep it there. And I only like to keep 3 things there. I'm just weird. Okay, moving into the first folder, I have what's called Daily. I like to label all of my folders just because it just helps me stay organized. I just like it. So on Daily, I have my photos, my camera, my music, which I actually don't even know why I have this here because I don't use my music on a daily basis because I literally have, like, 10 songs in here that I'm sick of, so I just listen to Pandora, like, when I go to the gym and stuff like that. Then I have Netflix, thumbs up for Netflix and Grey's Anatomy because that's literally life. I have my Holy Bible app, and then I have Yik Yak, which is like an anonymous Twitter, and it kind of tracks, well, it doesn't track where you are, but it tracks, like, the area you live in, and then depending on where you live depends on who is Yik Yakking, so I think it's funny. So the next folder is called Selfies. These are the apps I use to edit my Instagram pictures. So to begin, let's start with Whitagram or Whitagram. That's how you get, like, the white borders for your pictures. So for example, you just have, like, that nice white border, which I love. That way you don't have to, like, crop your Instagram pictures. And you can even change the color of the borders if you want. I like this app because it's really simple and it's free. So yeah, that's Whitagram or Whitagram. I don't even know how to, like, pronounce it, but I'll leave all of my apps and everything that I use listed in the description box for you guys. Alright, the next app is called PicBeauty. I know that a lot of people were telling me in my previous iPhone video that the app Facetune is a lot better. I just never feel like paying for that. But PicBeauty is free. So this is what PicBeauty is. I already have, like, the picture set up. So all you do with this is, like, if you want to, like, cover up a mole or something, it'll, like, smooth it out. It honestly doesn't always work. It, like, depends on the picture. It's so weird. But, I mean, it's an okay app. I do like it at times, but they do have, like, this smooth effect, which I don't personally use because I don't like when I look, like, fake in my pictures. I don't like that. And then you can also use it to, like, whiten it or make it, like, super bright if you need it to. And then they also have to adjust, like, the different skin tones. You can make it, like, more green or more, like, on the blue, purple side. So yeah, I use this app sometimes, not all the time, because, like I said, it's not really the best, but it does the job at times. Alright, the next app is called PhotoGrid. This is my favorite app for collages. I've tried a couple and this one's just like the best for me in my opinion. So for example, you have a couple of pictures, and yes, I have pictures of other people's bodies as inspiration. But if you just pick like 4 pictures, for example, and then you just go next, you can kind of adjust the layout of it and how you want the pictures set up. There's all different ways that you could do them. Obviously, I don't do anything crazy with it, but I like this because you can really play around with it. You can like switch the pictures if you want, like just do anything you want with it. So it's a really good app. There's also filters on here, which I really like. You can adjust them as well, which I love that. You can make them like super dramatic or like just a little bit. And there's a ton of filters on here as well, which I really like. So this is my favorite app for collages. The next app is called Picfx. I did pay money for this. I think it was like $1 or $2, but totally worth it. It's my favorite for Instagram. So if you just pick a picture, I always put don't crop so it doesn't crop it. And there's a ton of filters here, and my favorite one is in this little folder right here, because it gives you like that haze to your pictures, which I love. I don't know, I love it, and I love when you can adjust the filters and how much you want and everything. So you can just do a lot with this app, and it's just, I love it. It makes your pictures look really good. So there's a ton of different filters you could have, and there's a ton of folders. And another one I really like, not so much for my selfies, but if I'm taking a picture of like a makeup product or something, is this one, because you can have like different light effects and like those little bubbles and or little hearts and everything, and I really like this app. It's my favorite. The next one is called Instasize. This is for whenever you want to upload pictures to Instagram and it doesn't like decrease the quality of it. I just got this a couple days ago, so I haven't played around too much with it, but I heard it's really good and it does the job. So that's Instasize, and that was free as well. The next one is Timer Cam. It's just a camera with a timer. I think iPhones really need to have like that option without having to get an app for it. But I like this one. If you ever just want to set your phone down or anything and take a picture, you can take it. And you can adjust how much time you want. This one obviously has 5 seconds. And then it just takes the picture. So yeah, that is Timer Cam. Okay, moving on to the next folder, I have my social media folder. So Twitter, which is JuicyJas with 4 Ys. My Snapchat is JuicyJas with 3 Ys. I could have swore I made it 4, but I guess not. I have my mail, which is like my YouTube email, Facebook, which is my personal Facebook, my Gmail, like to check my comments and like my subscribers and stuff for YouTube. Time Hop I really like because it just lets you know like what you tweeted a year ago, which I think is pretty good to see. So a year ago I was actually getting ready to go to IMATS, which I think is crazy because time goes by so fast. And it also tells you stuff about 2-3 years ago. It just depends on how long you've been on social media. Alright, and then I have, what's the next thing? My Yahoo Mail. This is usually what I use for like whenever I like buy things online. I have Instagram, of course. I love Instagram. Be sure to follow me. So it's just JuicyJas with 4 Ys. And then I have YouTube, of course. I always watch YouTube videos and everything, and YouTube is life. So that's the social media app. I like to keep my FaceTime on here on the front just because I don't even know why. I did try to like move FaceTime to this side and leave it like that, but it bothered me that it was only 3 folders. So yeah, I just like to keep FaceTime on there. I don't use this on a daily basis, but it just fits perfectly right on the front screen. Alright, the next part of my phone bothers me because there's not a folder right here, but I don't have any more apps. My phone is super boring. I don't have games. I'm not really a gamer. Let me know of any good apps to download, but this is just the boring folder. I have like contacts, calculators, settings, like all the stuff that basically comes on the iPhone. The next app is just my important folder. So I have calendar. I like to put dates and stuff in there sometimes. My alarm clock, of course. I'm one of those people that sets like an 8 o'clock, an 8:15, an 8:30, an 8:45 type of alarm. I literally set like 10 alarms every day. Have an app for my bank account, notes, which I like to keep because I keep track of like videos that I have to film and stuff, and then I have maps. And then the final folder I have is just called current, because this is like when I check my current horoscope, the weather, I have my app store, and then my iTunes store. So that's pretty much it for my phone. I know it's super boring, but this was a requested video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what some good apps are to download because I need some new ones. If you guys have any good apps to edit Instagram pictures or just like games, let me know down below. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.